Minister of Education of the Hellenic Republic.
It's going to be Greek to you, so you have to use the translator.
Secretary General of the Hellenic Parliament, Mr. Tasoulas. Mr. Tasoulas was kind enough to characterize my idea to host the 16th annual meeting of the OECD Working Party of Parliamentary Budget Officials and independent fiscal institutions of the countries of the OECD, in Greece, in the Hellenic Parliament. So he characterized my idea brilliant. I don't want to terrorize you, but it will be proven at the end whether it was brilliant or not from the conclusions that will be drawn throughout this today. So it's up to you. It depends on you whether my idea will be brilliant or not. So looking into your faces, the will, the scientific approach, and the mood to speak out for budgetary balance and budgetary clarity as a valuable piece of advice, as valuable consultants towards politicians. I'm pretty sure and confident that this idea will be brilliant at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, OECD was created through the ashes of World War II, after the ashes of World War II, to help Europe to stand on its feet and manage to the best possible extent the Marshall Plan budget. Today, decades later, this organization is still valuable for the scientific approach, the political assistance, the objective study that it offers towards governments, members of this organization, but also to all those who are not members, because its prestige, its size goes beyond the number of its members in order to tackle modern developing problems, modern challenges. As for euphemism reasons, we have decided to name the problems. We're afraid to say the word problems, and we found another way. We're saying challenges instead of problems. But it is okay. Let us talk about problems. Besides, the word problem is a Greek one. I feel more familiar with this word. So, after the world crisis that shattered the financial worldwide structure, and Greece even more, through a de facto bankruptcy, not a de jure, luckily, but a de facto bankruptcy, the importance of your mission becomes more and more important, because we are in an era of subsequent crises. Crisis for the environment, crisis on a sanitary level, and the biggest crisis, above all that, was the crisis of non-communication, the crisis of lack of communication on a worldwide level related to priorities that should be kept by our planet, by our cosmos. And these priorities are not national ones, but they are supranational. That is why the lack of communication becomes more and more painful. At the place of non-communication comes logic, comes common sense, comes science, or even experience. So, through these elements, We're trying to help so that the global lack of communication to decrease, and there lies your own role, the role of the different parliamentary budget offices that, in other words, the consultants of the lawmakers, but also the consultants of the independent fiscal institutions. Some centuries ago, one of the most important speakers that humanity created, Cicero, got a piece of advice coming from his brother, Konstantinos Cicero. This piece of advice of his brother towards Cicero, towards the politician that is, have been the result of a marvelous book. One of the first pieces of advice that he gave to Cicero is the following: never deny to say that he is going to satisfy a need, even if he is sure that this need financially cannot be met. The foundation of budgetary derailment has been already set from Cicero era. And this has been set on the will of popularity. And there lies the big challenge. And here we must use the word challenge, not a problem. So the big challenge is the following. Thanks to your experience, and thanks to our own courage, and thanks to the lack of fear for the political error or cost, let us all persuade, let us convince people who accept tons of populism on their senses. Let us convince people that popularity is not what Cicero gave as advice to his brother, but popularity is for the budget issues to be in order so that we can face true needs, so that we can be ready for what is extraordinary, and let us not sacrifice the future for the needs of today. I'm pretty confident that the lectures that are going to follow, the exchange of views and ideas, will contribute towards making popular the budgetary order and discipline. It does not suffice to say to the people what is right, but we must convince them that what we're telling them is to their benefit. It is certain these days, and let me come to the end, it is certain that the electoral circle does not go hand in hand with the financial circle. It is certain that the programs, the budgets, the drafts should get a perspective in the long run, a horizon in the long run. And this horizon, it is certain, that should not be reversed by the electoral circle. But at the same time, this should be democratic. This marvelous equation should be solved. And I'm pretty confident that this two-day meeting in Athens, under the inspiration of the sacred rock of the Acropolis, the different parliamentary budget officials coming from 35 countries being here in this room will help the political leaders to help and solve this difficult but necessary equation. Why? Because budgetary discipline and the programs in the long run, why should we keep tight our finances, and why this is to the benefit of people and citizens? Thank you so much for your attention, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.